Hello everyone, how are you all? Classic 80s fanboy here, how you doing? I'm just going to shift this over. Now I've got a few things I want to talk to you about tonight. I know this is a bit of an impromptu live stream, but I thought I'd come on. There's nothing on telly that I really want to watch, and YouTube's a bit quiet anyway, so I thought I'd come on and liven things up a little bit. So as you could probably see from down the bottom, I've put a thing running across the bottom here. What do you think about the new MoTU Origins Eternia, and what are your thoughts about it? My thoughts, well, I think for the price tag, unless you've got another mortgage and you really, really want it, I wouldn't go for it. I wouldn't pay that money. I was hoping to sort of share a screen and show you how much it is, but unfortunately, I can't get this thing to work. It's not letting me do it, probably because I don't subscribe to StreamYard at the moment. I haven't got a subscription with StreamYard. I'm just doing the basic, so I can only get the basic of the basic. I can invite people on, but I can't share stuff on screen unless I have a subscription. And unfortunately, I'm not planning on doing that just yet. I haven't got the funds. Mind you, if I show you in a little while what I spent my money on this today, and I wasn't planning on doing it, but as I've put down there, it's one of my holy grails of my toy collecting journey. I like to think of it as a toy collecting journey anyway. This was coming up on offer, and I've got 2 figures already. It wasn't really any money off it, but I thought you only live one youngs. You only live once, and you might as well make the most of it while you're here and get what you want. So I forked out a little bit of money. Plus, the wife was in agreement. She saw the figure when I got out the box, and she loves it as well. So she said it was money well spent. So yeah. Anyway, how are we all doing? Bit of a weird day today. It's because first time I've taken my wife out since beginning of September. So because my wife's a bit of a hermit, she doesn't like going out. So it was nice to take her out into the fresh air, and we went to Taunton, just down the road. It's only about 20 to 30 minutes, between 25 and 30 minutes away from where I am. So it was nice to take the car out for a bit of a spin, let it have a bit of a run out, as it were, because my trips to work only takes me about 5 minutes to get to work every day. And if I don't use the car, I use it to drive to work, but sometimes you've got to give a car a long drive, just to every once in a while to let it stretch its legs, as it were, so that nothing major goes wrong on it. Because if you're just doing short trips all the time, you're not letting the oil heat up to where it's supposed to be, to normal working not regulations, but normal working standards. And if you're driving it cold every day, then it soon there's a good chance of it going wrong, especially now we're coming up to winter. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know if any of you guys have seen. I know if you're a Masters of the Universe collector, you'd probably seen it by now. But Matty Collector and Mattel Collectors, Mattel Creations, I've put on their website that they're planning on doing a crowdfund for MoTU Eternia. So MoTU Origins Castle Eternia, I think it is. And I've seen the pictures. Yes, they look quite good. They look quite nice, but I think it was £760 all in for UK shipping. No thanks. Not for a lump of plastic. I wouldn't pay that much. I thought what I paid for today was pretty extreme, but this is just totally way out of my price range. And to be quite honest, paying that more sort of money for a collectible toy, high-end toy, no, I'd rather keep whatever money I've got left and spend it on something else rather than and put it towards my car or my bassoon rather than paying out for this monster. Well, it looks like a nice play set, but it's going to be too big to fit in this room. For a start, it's about 4 foot long and it's about 3 foot deep. So for starters, my room's tell out the question. I'd never be able to fit it in here. It would just have to stay in its box and looking all nice and pretty. But I'm one of these art box collectors. I prefer getting things out of the box and taking it out and appreciating it for what it is with the contents outside the box. I'm not one of these collectors. I mean, I've got no disrespect to any collector that collects in box. I've no qualms with you at all. So don't take it the wrong way. For me, that's not for me. I'd rather have something that I can physically hold and play with and display. Just like my MoTU up there, that they've all been unboxed, and the vehicles as well. They've been taken out of the box, and I like to play with them every now and again. I do like to get the Castle Grayskull out and have a play with that every now and again. Make sure it still works and nothing's brittle on it or broken. And that's the way I work. I can kind of understand why some people want to keep things in a box. They think it'll still be valuable in its box and make loads of money. But my opinion, and this is my opinion, is that the thing's only worth what the buyer is actually prepared to pay for it, in my honest opinion. So if a buyer wants to buy something, I mean, the seller can automatically say no, they don't want to sell it for that price, and put it at a set price on places like eBay and that lot. But if it stays there and it's not selling, it means that customers are not going to pay that price. Simple as. So, in respect of me, I'd rather get things out of the box and play with them, because I like having toys and I like having them on display. As you can see behind me, all my toys are out and they're on display. I might have to do another room tour at some point, because everything's changed around. I've had this bit of a change around, and I've had more stuff come in. So I might be able to film, like I've got a Roton up there now, Masters Roton, and what was the other one I bought recently? So I've got the Roton and the Wind Raider. I don't know if I've shown the Wind Raider. I might have done in box, but I've never done an unboxing of the Wind Raider. So yeah, I've got them all at the back there, back of that shelf. So we'll do another tour, and I'll get the camera out and film walking around again. Although I don't think I'm going to be able to do it live on my phone, because I've used up all my StreamYard minutes. As a new StreamYard user, you get a certain amount of minutes that you could use to be using your mobile, using your mobile phone. And unfortunately, I've used mine all up. So shows you how long I've been doing this for now, doesn't it? Anyway, Eternia, am I in or out? Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm out. Kudos to you if you've got the money to pay £600-700 for it, but unfortunately I haven't, and I'm not going to bother putting my money into that item. Plus, I think my wife would divorce me. No, seriously, I think she would divorce me, because £700 on a piece of plastic, almost £800 on a piece of plastic, is just, to me, it's. If I earned very, very good money, and money was just pocket money, yes, I'd probably get it, because it's £700 would just be pocket money to me. However, I'm not in that situation. I don't own a top flight. I don't have a top flight job. So there we are. That's and to me at the moment, there's more important things than me fixing my house. I need a new bathroom, a walk-in shower to help the wife. So that's what we're striving for at the moment. And I'd like a new kitchen, but that's going down the road. That's something that'll happen later on down the road. So what we've got coming up, well, as I said, I took the wife to Taunton today, and we had a lovely time walking around. And in Taunton, there's a shop called the TV and movie shop, TV movie store. There's quite a few of them dotted around United Kingdom, and just so happens there happened to be one in Tiverton. And I walked in, and there was a lot of TV movie memorabilia all over the place, from Harry Potter to Nightmare Before Christmas to there's literally loads of stuff there, to horror genres, Mego stuff. They had a lot of Star Trek. They had a huge Star Trek display there, and full of Mego Star Trek and Mego horror. A lot of NECA, a lot of Hot Toys as well. And what I didn't realise is they had some Big Chief Studios figures in. My videos, I've posted 2 videos previously on my 10th Doctor Big Chief Studios and 11th Doctor Big Chief Studios. Well, many moons ago, Big Chief brought out the 4th Doctor as a 1 in 6 scale figure, and they've done not only have they done a re-release, because they do different series. They do an Ultimate Edition, and they do a Collector's Edition, and they do Ultra Editions, Ultimate Editions. They've got an Ultimate 4th Doctor coming up, actually, where he's going to have like 2 heads and loads of accessories. What I'm going to show you today didn't come with hardly any accessories, but they do count the clothing as accessories. But I may do a video of it later on. This is just a brief, quick show and tell as to what I bought. So these were up behind the counter all along. They had the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th. They didn't have the 13th Doctor there. I don't think she's that popular. I don't think they sold an awful lot of them, although they did make her. And then they had the 4th Doctor, and I decided to pick the 4th Doctor up because it was one that I've always wanted, because Tom Baker is my Doctor. The 4th Doctor is my Doctor. I was brought up as a youngster during the 70s. Yes, I watched Doctor Who. Yes, I hated the Daleks. They were scary. I was the one when they were talking about people hiding behind the chairs in the living room. Yes, I was one of them kids. My parents had proper red leather, and a red leather, 2 red leather armchairs, and a 2-seater sofa or 3-seater sofa. It was in red. I can remember rightly. It was red leather, and it had all the gold studs all the way around it, so it looked proper old-fashioned, like the 70s style living rooms that they had. I don't know if we've got any photographs here to show you. No, I don't think I've got. They're around somewhere, but I haven't got them with me at the moment. Of proper 70s. Like our living room was a blue sort of, because my parents loved wallpaper. They were wallpaper fanatics. They didn't like painting the walls. They didn't like coloured walls. They wanted proper old-fashioned wallpaper. So we had, in the 70s, we had like a blue coloured living room with white decoration, white patterning on it. Very much Laura Ashley stuff. With the carpet. The carpet was like proper expensive carpet as well. had patterns on it and everything. And we had red living room furniture, red leather living room furniture. Yeah, so I was one of the kids that used to hide behind the sofa when the Daleks come in, or be at the door and have the door opened just a tiny bit and look through it, because I used to hate the Daleks. But that's Doctor Who. I grew up with it, and Tom Baker was my fourth Doctor. So what I've got to show you is what I picked up. And first off, the casings all changed, because what they used to have was like a case, a proper, like a magnetized case that clicked on. Well, this isn't now. This is just a cardboard box, basically, and then you get a bit of a cardboard insert to cover the figure. So what I'll show you now is this. You can see it. This is Doctor Who BCS. Yeah. So it's I'll show you the back in a minute, but this picture here is a piece of cardboard on an insert. Yeah. So that is what he looks like. There. He comes with his hat, and that lob of the hat can be removed. And instead of this hair that he's got, the hair is replaceable. You can have his normal hair, or you can have this with his fedora. Yeah. So it's just a basic box that comes in it. It had to have this logo because, as you probably know, all franchises of Doctor Who, any memorabilia has got to carry that logo. They've got no choice about it. It was one of Chris Chibnall's little things that all merchandise had to have that logo on it, which I can't stand, but never mind. On the side, it's just got normal Gallifreyan print on there. On the back, it talks about the fourth Doctor, which is the one I've got, and then it's got the 9th Doctor, the 10th Doctor, and the 11th Doctor, and the 12th Doctor. So when I was in store, they had the 9th Doctor, they had the 10th Doctor, and they had the 11th. I don't think they had the 12th Doctor in, but they had the 4th Doctor, and that's the figure I have. So he comes with four sets of hands, and what he's wearing there I'll show you it in a minute. So that's what he's got. There's a little write-up about it. I'll just talk you through the write-up. Just walking through eternity in his outlandish and eccentric attire, his trademark long scarf trailing his footsteps, the fourth Doctor cuts a striking figure. The Time Lord comes complete with his fedora hat, a bag of jelly babies, plus his ever-reliable sonic screwdriver. Includes interchangeable hands to adapt various poses and an illuminating display base. So it is like the basic figure. Yeah. But I thought, well, it wasn't cheap. I'm not saying it was more expensive than my other two figures that I bought. Or the one that my wife bought me and the one that I bought of the 10th and 11th. So I bought the 10th, my wife bought the 11th for me. But I thought I'd give this a go. So just to quickly show you what he looks like. Here he is. So here is the fourth Doctor. I'm going to go into more detail in a proper video. I'll do a proper video during the week. But he's wearing, this is a velvet material coat. Runs all the way down to his legs. The scarf is not woolen. The scarf is like a cotton, done in sort to resemble his scarf. Not quite the colours I would choose, but if it was knitted, I'm sure it would be in a lot deeper colours. He's wearing his cravat and his waistcoat. And apparently these are a more articulated figure than the ones they've had before. It does weigh quite a bit. It's heavier than the others. As I said, that's his look, and that does really give BCS the credit. That really does look like Tom Baker up close and personal. It really does look like the fourth Doctor. I'm sure with this cloak, I'm sure that he had patches on his arms. So you could have had patches done on this one, but this one hasn't got patches. Needs a bit looking at, and I will look into it. He's got some Irish pennants. Irish pennants is just a service term for like loose thread, and he cut them. Yeah, and he's got his grey checkered trousers and his brown shoes. There. But I will go into more detail of it later on in another video. He does come, one of the things I've put him, because I'm going to keep him on the table now, he's got a resin bag of jelly babies. So with the back, you can see they're coloured jelly babies, and I have his hand holding them and his other hand putting them in and putting them into the bag, because if he's taking jelly babies out. Let's move that out. He does come with a stand, although it's not like you see the Doctor Who there. It's not like the others. The others are black and they have the Gallifrey logos inside, representing the numbers of each Doctor. This one's just plain. It's still got the plastic wrapping on. I haven't taken the plastic off yet. But I've got a feeling, yeah, it's just a shiny thing there. Don't use any when cleaning them. Just use a normal cloth to clean them. Don't use it. Do what I did with the 10th Doctor and use furniture polish to clean the bottom, because you end up with the liquid going inside and it affects the mirrored finish, because it has got a mirrored finish to it. Don't use that. Just use a normal cloth to clean it. And when you do that, it switches on. You've just got the logo of Doctor Who there. But I've got, what I want to do is keep him on my table here. So I'd much rather keep him on my table without the light on. Obviously, the light would be off. So I'll keep the light off to save the batteries. I'll only turn it on once in a blue moon. I'm going to keep it like that. I don't know how dusty it's going to get. But yeah, I sort of wanted to pick one up. As I said, it's one of my Holy Grails. I've been after it for a while. As I said, this head is designed to fit his hat, because if I take that off, look, he looks like a monk like that. But this is his hair, his monk's hair, for, to display him with the hat. The fedora has got ribbon around the front, so it does look, if I show that with the knot, yeah, that's proper ribbon around his hair, his fedora. And if I do this, will it fit on that way? No, and it goes on that way. So yeah, I like this figure. It has been given a sort of good wash. Unlike the other two figures, his eyes are not glazed, so he does look a bit shocked, but his eyes are not glazed. They haven't put glaze over his eyes to make him shine and look human as what the others are. But yeah, I still like this figure. As I said, it was one of my Holy Grails to have a fourth Doctor. I haven't had a fourth Doctor yet. And as I said, I've got to get him out, because the velvet of the coat is all wrinkled. So the more you get it out, the more you move him, the less the wrinkles appear. Give me a sec. I'm just going to put him down there. Stay there, Tom. Come on, out you come. Yeah. I'll just keep him on the table because I think he looks great like that. As I say, I've got the jelly babies, and I'll put him the jelly babies in his hand. He does come with a sonic screwdriver, which is good to see because a lot of them, yeah, it's nice to have a doctor with his sonic, and he's, as I say, he's got another set of hands to go with it as well, so I can pose him whatever way I want. But as I said, that was just a brief look. I will do a video about him later on when I've got time again. I'm on holiday in another 2 weeks. Perhaps I'll put it up in 2 weeks' time and get one cut and edited, so get it out. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about for tonight. It was just a quick one, just to talk about my feelings on Eternia. I can't, as I say, I can't share the screen and show you the pictures and that because of the fact that I don't subscribe to StreamYard, so I don't have the ability of sharing any pictures. Unless anybody knows how to do it, please give me a comment down the bottom, and I'll have to try it out at some point and see if it will work, where I can share a screen with the information on. But at the moment, I don't think I can. Let's try it. No, this thing doesn't allow me to. It's not allowing me to. I can't share any information out or anything. So, yeah. Yeah, it's not allowing me to do anything at all. Perhaps because I'm not, as I say, I don't pay for. Perhaps I need to look into starting paying at some point, and yeah, looking into getting it so I can share a screen, and then I'll show you, what I found out. Because as I said, Eternia, even though it looks like a good playset, it looks colourful. Give you that, and I do agree with Mike. I follow a channel called Retro Blasting, and a guy named Michael French, and he was saying that it looks nothing like Castle Eternia or Eternia from the actual Filmation series of MoTU, of Master of the Universe. So I tend to agree with him. It looks nothing like the planet Eternia. It looks nothing like the castle that the king is on. So I won't be buying him. I won't be buying it. Not at £760 odd to get it. And I mean, that's to get it shipped to the UK, which is absolutely phenomenal in my eyes. I'll be much happier sticking to buying the figures. The only problem is now is that I think he's bang on when he said that it's a test that like Hasbro Pulse and this Ghost Rider car, they were doing it as a test to see how much money MoTU Origins fans are willing to pay for their toys, basically. So my thinking is that if people back this, and they do back it, and I've got a feeling it will be backed, it's going to push the prices up of these. It'll make them think, well, if we can charge them £760 for a castle, a playset Eternia playset, then we can charge basically twice the amount for these figures, and they'll end up going up in price. So I'm lucky in a way is that I'm only collecting the basic wave of figures that had more than the fair share of screen time on the actual Filmation episodes and TV show. So I'm not buying lots of stuff. I'm not buying loads of He-Man. As I said, I went into another shop today called the Entertainer, and the only figures they had there was a Skeletor, MoTU Skeletor, which I've already got. He's sitting on Panther up there, which is the MoTU Skeletor, and Sunman. Well, I've never heard of Sunman. Even my collecting days, I've never heard of Sunman as a youngster. So I never had him. You know, creatures like Cobra Khan. As I said last week, I had Cobra Khan. I didn't have Ninja. I didn't have Mosquito or the elephant that shoots water out. I never had any of that. That came later on, and unfortunately, by then I was also out of that range because I was collecting A-Team and Star Wars. They were my go-to figures. So I had A-Team, I had the 3 3/4 figures, as well as the 8-9 inch scale figures. I had the big ones as well as the little ones. I didn't get any of the vehicles because my parents couldn't afford it. I did get from my grandparents the military 18 base, which consisted of a piece of cardboard that looked like an island with came with an it had an inflatable boat in it, and a tent and some other types of equipment on there, and there, of course, accessories of rifles and all that lot. And that was for the 3 3/4 set. But for the big sets, I didn't have anything else, and I just had the 4 main characters. Didn't have Amy Allen, and I didn't have any of the enemy. I just had the 4 main characters because I liked them. And I had the A-Team. Remember having the A-Team manual. But apart from that, that's all I can really remember as a child. Don't forget, as I said before, I suffer with PTSD. I still have it inside of me, even though it's not fully gone. And I have lost long and short-term memories. So I can pick something up, a bit of our store equipment. I'd be collared away by someone else, put the equipment down, and then after I'm finished with the customer or the colleague, I then forget where I put the stuff. That's how bad it can get. Especially if you're like thinking of other things going on at the same time. So yeah, I still suffer with that. Before we go, I want to leave a massive congratulations to my youngest son Mason, who has just passed, done a pass on his basic training for the army. He's done his basic training, and now he's off to do his mechanical side training. He's on 10 days leave, and he's just messaged me a picture of his new tattoo. So he's got himself a tattoo. So kudos to him. I love him to bits. I love both my sons to bits. They've done really well. And congratulations to my oldest son, who's finally got himself sorted. He's got a new job now, and he seems to be happy and contented. So kudos to them both. I just want to say that on screen so that anybody can see it, because I'm proud of them both, of what they've achieved. They've obviously set themselves out a path, and they're starting on that path now. So they're finally getting on their feet, which is good. Right, so thanks very much for watching, especially watching the catch up. Please like. Not many people are liking my videos at the moment. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it's not getting out there, and I'd like to see more people taking interest, especially in what I'm talking about. Please, more Masters fans and Doctor Who fans, you know who you are. Please like and enjoy. Let me know when we can get some discussions going. I enjoy talking to other fans and getting to know them a little bit better. And yeah, we can have some good discussions on there if we wanted to. It's an open forum. Anyone could have their say and opinion, as long as you are not rude about it. And that's what we talked about the other day. So anyway, I'm not going to bang on now. I've done 30 odd minutes. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you on the next one. So get ready to go. And here we go. See you later.